This is the Chief of Defense, Staff General Jennie Carignan. Let's listen in.
Systemic racism, racial discrimination, and harassment are an affront to these values, and yet we allowed these injustices to occur and fester within our ranks. Therefore, on behalf of the Canadian Armed Forces, I offer my most sincere and deepest apologies. I apologize to every CAF member, veteran who experienced racism, discrimination, and harassment. And I acknowledge we failed you.
Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic, that, isn't it? To have somebody with that job standing up there in tears. You've like disqualified yourself, really, as far as I'm concerned.
What she should offer up instead of an apology is her resignation. If it was under her watch, then she's responsible. And if she failed, then resign. Absolutely resign. If you're an absolute failure, resign. Like this, there is no accountability in this Liberal government. None.
But also, if you're that fragile, you probably shouldn't be in charge of killers. People who are supposed to kill.
Sending people to
It's not like that. Yeah. You can't go into battle crying, can you? I mean, although then again, if you read your Homer, if you read the Iliad, there's a lot of weeping going on there. Maybe she wants to be Achilles.
This is if like I'm sure if the American military was watching this, it'd be just like, what are you? What's going on up there?
Well, they did have a bit of this kind of thing going on, didn't they? And then there was a massive reaction against it, and now they've changed their tune. But this is what I mean. Like, how many times now have I said this? Canada just seems to be living in the past. But nostalgia is not a strategy, Mark Carney says. So if it's not a strategy, why are we living in history? Why are we living in the past?
My question is, if you believe that this brought you to tears and this is that bad, why didn't you do anything about it? A, because you just find out today, and B, resign. And let somebody competent take over.
Look, she's talking about, to every member and veteran who's experienced racism, discrimination, and harassment, we failed you. Cue the waterworks. Cue the tears. Okay, that's one thing. Racism, discrimination, harassment, that's one thing. How about sending a young kid to go into war and getting his stomach blown open and dying on a battlefield, and his wife and children are then bereaved. His family will never see him again. Well, are you going to cry for that? That's worse, obviously. That happening is worse than racism, if it's just like name calling and things like that. How is it possible that this person is in charge, theoretically, of that happening, of these people going onto a battlefield and dying gruesome, horrible deaths in their like early 20s? How could she possibly deal with that happening without having an emotional breakdown? If the idea of discrimination and racism, like name calling and whatever else, if that makes her weep publicly, how could she oversee men and women dying in brutal fashion at a young age on a battlefield? It's a serious question. Does she have the emotional capacity to deal with this?
You know what I believe that a lot of the Liberals is systemic is the virtue signaling and the selfishness that they have for themselves, and they seem like playing this there makes her seem like she's somehow elevated, and they just play to this thing. And this is what we've done with the trade thing. See, we're sanctimonious. We believe that we deserve it to get trade. We deserve an auto sector. Compete, bloody well compete. And this is not.
Grow up as well. Like grow up.
What young man or woman right now watched this and said the Canadian military is for me? And
I can tell you, like I've known a lot of soldiers in my time, British soldiers, that is, and there is just no way that they would fight for that. Like, obviously, it's exactly as you would expect a soldier's attitude to that kind of thing. So I just want, like, who's the market? Who's the market for this? I don't think it's your average
CBC,
your average soldier.
CBC and the CTV, and then the panelists that can do it. You say, "Oh my God, I can't believe she's kind." Like, go watch some clips for the American recruiting. They got 1 million people, and they're getting record enrollments now. I wonder why. It's their equipment, their tech, everything. Underfunded, undermanned, under-equipped, understaffed,
and ideologically compromised. It seems,
now under-led. I mean, this is not leadership. Resign.
Yeah, it's two reasons to resign. One is that you oversaw this apparent racist system and failed, in your words. And then the other one is that you cried about it. You're supposed to be in charge of life and death. You can't cry over things like this.